I mentioned this on Twitter. I was like, is the rap industry cooked? Like, are we about to be done here? And the reason why I asked this is because we're seeing we're seeing all of these record companies, like the execs that have been in the game for a long time, like they're bowing out or they're pivoting to other ventures. The way that you make music now and have to sell yourself has changed dramatically. It's not just about album sales anymore. You have to worry about streams. You have to compete with TikTok, like getting the song hot on TikTok. The radio just isn't doing it anymore. Like there are so many things that have changed now in the way that a rapper or really truly anybody. I mean, but let's keep this on because I can't fully speak on how like deals work in country and like rock. So I don't know if they're like one to one. I would probably say no. But I would say that they are different, but you know, they're playing some of the same games, but I think there's some of the deals that happen are different in like other genres. But like let's stick to mainly rap. R&B, you know, they can have, you know, some similarities too, but R&B it's a little bit different. Well, like rap specifically, it's like it's super tough now compared to how it was back in the day. Even though back in the day, like a lot of rappers were getting screwed over too. 'Cause, like some of these deals that they were signing like 4 or 5 album deals. Like, you know, people weren't bringing out albums every single year back then. Like it was rare. Like if a rapper brought out an album year annual, like usually you get like a 2 year, 3 year gap. What up, Omar? What up? What up? That Robin Cook for me in the microwave era gonna fizzle the game out. Yeah, I truly don't know. Like I think that it's tough. It's tough to gauge, but like nowadays, like we're doing a lot of like distro deals. If you sign in, like if you're a rapper and you're signing a deal with a record company, like what up, Melody? Like nowadays, I don't know what you thinking because like there's really no benefit to signing a deal with the record label. Like you would have to like they would have to really push you, and then like if they really push you, what up, Grump? If they're really pushing you nowadays, then you're seen as an industry plant at this point. You're seen as an industry plant because they're like, oh man, you came out of nowhere. You on TikTok. Like we see you everywhere. We see you in commercials. Like you an industry plant. You an industry plant. I don't know. I don't really see the benefit because you can do everything through your phone now. Like literally, all you gotta do is just make a song, put it on Spotify, put it on all the DSPs, put it on TikTok. If it gets hot, then you know you'll bubble up, and then there you go. Now you're out there. Now you're out there. Not saying you're making money immediately, but you're out there. You can find other ways to diversify that at this point. YouTube, whatever money, which is little, it's literally pennies, not even the whole penny, but whatever that you make off of streams, because like what is a stream? Like we should, what is a stream worth? It's like 0.1, you know, of a penny. Like it's so dumb nowadays. It's so dumb nowadays. But I was like, what can a rapper do now to like sustain, like sustainability? I feel like it's way tougher now because again we go back to the microwave era. So many different rappers, so many different artists are being thrown in your face. You hear this song on TikTok today, you hear this song on Twitter tomorrow, you hear this song on YouTube. We don't even listen to the radio anymore, so I ain't even gonna mention that. Like I can't even remember the last time I listened to the radio. It's rare. I'm in a car, I'm always, 100% listening to Spotify or Apple Music. I'm listening to my own libraries or whatever's, new in the hip hop section. So I don't listen to the radio, so I don't know what's going on there. But if you're just solely relying on album sales and stream, then you ain't making no money nowadays. You're not making any money. You really have to again, it's only a certain amount of artists now that can really sustain with just album sales, with just music. Like it's tough. Like you gotta go on tour. Like a lot of these rappers, they're literally surviving off of tours because you ain't selling albums like you used to. Like it's rare that you're hearing about artists going platinum off of album sales. Like streams are a different metric. And yeah, you can go technically platinum off of streaming, but it's not the same. It's not the same as a physical album sale. Not the same as a physical album sale. But so rappers aren't going platinum off of albums anymore. It's just that it's almost ceased to exist. Like it's rare. Even Drake ain't going platinum like week 1, week 2. Like he'll eventually get there off of a lot of his recent projects, but again, it's mainly off of stream. Like Drake is a stream darling at this point. Like he'll still have crazy streams, and the deals that he has set up like are exclusive deal. Like those aren't the same deals that little Timmy off the block who got a high hit off TikTok. Like he's not getting no type of deals. They gonna try to get him for all his money. We'll be like, all right, we'll give you this $1 million advance, $2 million advance, and then we gonna work you until you're all worked up. So it's not the same, man. Somebody Walkman for a Kendrick album called like 50 MC. Hey man, it was a different time, man. It was a different time. So yeah, like it really had me thinking. I'm like, dang, like is the rap is the rap genre even sustainable at this point? Because again, it's only a handful of rappers that, like, again, they could just, if they wanted to, they could live off just strictly music. Like if you're not them, if you're not a Drake, a Future, a J. Cole, a Kendrick, like if you're not in that upper echelon, then you gonna be on that strip. You're gonna be on that strip working all of these festivals. You gonna be touring all your life. You gotta be constantly coming out with projects, EPs. Like you're doing at least one a year. Sometimes you do 2 or 3 a year if you're not independent. When independent is a different story, because they're playing a different game. Independent is a different game. But like if you're signed to a deal, like a distro deal or a regular like 360, then it's hard, man. It's hard for you to survive out here. You're not surviving, man. And it's just sad because like the game has changed so much, and like streams, even though it's so easy now to consume music, like we're consuming it so fast nowadays. We're consuming it so fast, and we're not living with albums anymore. We're not listening to one album for like months upon months upon months. I can't tell you, like when I got my Walkman for the first time, bro, the first album that I got was a Big Timers album, and I listened to that album until my Walkman broke. I listened to the album until my Walkman broke. I got Kanye. I got the first Kanye album. I got College Dropout. I listened to that like a mug. I got 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying. I listen to that so much. I got Ludacris. I got damn near all Ludacris albums. I had so many albums, bro, and I just listened to it constantly. That like I remembered all the songs damn near. Like I just listened to it all the time. Like I lived with these CDs back then. I lived with these CDs. Like I was the type that I had the CD book. I had the CD book, bro. So I consumed my music differently. I lived with my music, and I let these albums breathe, right? Like I spent my hard-earned $10, $12. You said, what's a Walkman? Hey, I mean, it gonna make me feel, oh yeah, what's a Walkman? It's a CD player, portable CD player. It was the Sony Walkman. Yeah, it was it was a different time, man. It was a different time. Now, I mean, again, you got your phone, yeah, you have your computer here, so you literally just pull up a song like that. But again, like and that's why I still find myself like making playlists. Like I make a playlist every year of like all the songs and the albums that I truly enjoyed, and I'll listen to them constantly. I'll listen to them throughout the year, just so I can live with these albums and live with these songs a little longer. If I didn't do that, then who knows where my taste would be. Like I think again I would be all over the place. But I do that myself. Like I make it a conscious effort to every year I just make a playlist. I make my own playlist, and I just do all the songs and all the albums that I enjoyed for that year. And even previous years I can just go back to it. And I've been doing that because I got into streaming like 2016, 2017 is when I stopped buying albums, and even off iTunes, because I used to just get it off iTunes as well. Like once I stopped with physical CDs, and I'll just buy an album off iTunes. But then I got into Spotify, And then I just went with that because I had an iPod. I had an iPod for a little minute, and then I was just playing that in my car. But then I was like, yeah, you know what? I was like, let me get into streaming finally. Let me get into streaming. And so once I did that, it was like 2016, 2017, and it was over after that. I was like, all right, well, let me get all my albums like that I've ever had. Let me get all of that imported in here. And then, as albums continue to come out that I really, really enjoy, then I'll just go ahead and make a playlist. So that's what I did. I just did that. I started doing that for every single year since 2017. And now we're here in 2024. So I got a lot of, yearly, annual playlists that I have there. So that's how I do it, but I don't know how everybody else. Shout out to Veggie for the follow. Jay Scott, I see you. BB Wolf, I see you. Appreciate you. He said, "Why you used to burn this?" Yeah, I used to burn this. I used to burn this. Once I got into iTunes and stuff, I just burned this and I just had it all on my computer. But at least I can say that I own those because nowadays you can't even like if someone decides to take an album off of these DSPs, then you're done. You're cooked. You can't even listen to it anymore, and it's sad. It's sad, man. What's up? What's up? Yeah, the aux cord, yes sir. Had the aux cord with the iPod. Yep, been a legend getting MP3 files. So yeah, hey, that's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do, man. So yeah, it's tough, man. I truly don't know like where the landscape is gonna be in rap in like the next 5 to 10 years. Like I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna have another shift and what that shift will entail because I mean the TikTok, I would say the TikTok era is a new era. I would say the TikTok era is technically a new era, but before then it was just streaming really. Like streaming was just super big and Spotify is dominating, Apple is there, and then you have Tidal, which is I don't even know what percentage of the market share that Tidal had, but obviously Spotify is the supreme ruler of anything streaming right now than Apple. I would assume it's a close second, or maybe not even a close second. You see, you have your iPod Nano. I probably still have mine too somewhere around here. I had an iPod Nano too. Man. So it's gonna be interesting. I truly don't know. But hey, shout out to the rappers that are still doing it. Shout out to the rappers that are still doing it. But I truly understand if you truly enjoy making music, but you realize, hey, like this isn't sustainable. Like I can't survive off of just doing music. Like I have to do other things. I have to get into fashion or get into real estate or get into businesses, brick and mortar restaurants, or get endorsement deals, get sponsorships, like doing all other things to just to be able to survive and live your lifestyle and be able to take care of your family. I truly understand how just rapping ain't it no more. Just rapping ain't it. They had to knock out empathy players from right. That man said you had the knockoffs, boy, the knockoffs. So it's crazy. But yeah, interesting conversation. I just want to know y'all thoughts. Like y'all think we're done here when it comes to rap? Because rap is gonna forever be my that's my love right there. Like I love rap, I love hip hop, R&B is second, but it's like I just couldn't imagine like just not listening to rapping. Like I hope that the industry doesn't clap upon itself. Like there has to be a change. And honestly, man, it needs to be a union. There needs to be a union because if not, man, I think that the record labels are going to continue. The record labels and even the DSPs, Spotify, the Apple Music. I think they're going to continue to screw these artists over. Like they're not going to get them what their just due is. Like just imagine if you signed a deal with a record company, and it's like 5 years go by, and you maybe only saw like after taxes and everything, maybe like $2 million. And then you find out after 5 years that the record label made like 200 million off of you. When you feel some type of way, when you feel some type of way, you made $2 million like all together, and the record label like, yeah, we made 200 million off of you. You ain't seeing that. You'll be like, hello, and then all they gotta do is just go back and be like, well, you signed here, and what does it say? This says you owe X amount of albums or X amount of projects, and this is what you're going to get for this. What can you say? Because you signed it. You signed a bad deal. You messed up. And now after you realize and you find out the truth, from this deal, what the record company made off you, then you want to get mad. And then you want to say, hey, I want my masters back. I want my pub. But you messed up because you signed it. You signed it. What can you do? Yeah, I mean, yeah, you try to pull an Ice Cube, you gonna get shot. I don't think everybody can be able to do an Ice Cube and just run up in the spot with the bats. I don't think you gonna be. Everybody can't do that. Everybody cannot do that with the bats, man. So yeah, strong arm tag. Like we talking about Meek Mill, aka Freak Mill, and him, going independent, but he had his struggles that he's talked about publicly, on Twitter. So like all of these artists are finally realizing that, hey, like maybe independent is the wave. Like I'm at a point now where I got a little money, like maybe I can do this myself. But I think that at the end of the day, I mean, even though it's not sustainable for everybody, but I think that especially in rap, like if everybody was at least a little bit business savvy or had somebody in their corner that could help them out, I think that every rapper would choose to go independent once you realize the truth of what these record labels have been doing to you. Once you realize the truth, and if you truly just want to do rap, I ain't saying anything else, but like if like I don't want to do any other business ventures, if you just want to do rap, then like independent seems to be the way to go. Independent seems to be the way to go. Like if you just want to do that, but if you sign to a record label, you really gotta pivot and do something else, unless you are super megastar, like again a Drake, a Future, a Kendrick, a J. Cole. I mean, even Kendrick end up going by himself. Who knows what his stuff entail. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. 360s are slave deals. 360s are slave deals at this point. And like I said, if you dumb enough to sign them, if you haven't done your research and you don't see what's going on, if you're still signing those deals in 2024, then who can you blame but yourself? You literally can't blame anybody but yourself, because the research is out there. You've seen all your OGs talk about how they were getting screwed over, and then you still go do it. Like, what type of sense does that make? If you still go do it, if you're willingly going to do it, then there's nobody to be upset about but yourself. Nobody to be upset about, but yourself. So it is what it is. But that's a good conversation. I want to touch on that real quick, see what y'all thoughts are. Like I said, I hope the rap industry isn't cooked, but I think in order to make some real change, then the rappers or just artists period, they need to start a union. They need to start a union. Do exactly what the Screenwriters Guild and the Actors Guild did. Do exactly what they did. You protest. You say, hey, we aren't going to make any more music for y'all. We aren't going on any more tours. And hit them where it hurts, bro. Money talks. Money talks every single time. Do that. Just imagine Atlantic, Warner, Sony Music Group. Imagine all Def Jam, RCA. Imagine all these labels, all these high-end record labels. If all their artists were like, nah, like you better pay us fair wages. You better give us a bigger cut of what you've been making off of us, or we're not doing anything anymore. And watch what's gonna happen. Watch what's gonna happen. I bet you they'll fold. Yeah, you could pop off from TikTok, but you ain't really making no money off of it. That's the thing. You're not making no money off of TikTok. Like you gotta be really, really pumping in order to get like sustainable residuals off of it. Like I said, it can be another way that you're getting income, but it's not going to be the end all be all. Like you get a little money off of TikTok, you get a little money off of YouTube, maybe a little money off of Twitter, in your other venture, but you're not gonna be making no real money. You're not making a bag off of that. Like again, a lot of rappers and artists period, you make the bulk of your money through touring. And if you're lucky, if you got some endorsement deals, some sponsorships. Otherwise, man, off of that, like if you're just going off of album sales, like ain't nobody really making nothing off of that again, unless you're in the upper echelon and you have an exclusive deal that's structured for you to get the majority of your cut. Like I said, the Bad Bunnies and the Drakes, they ain't tripping off of touring. Do you think Drake is complaining off of touring? He probably tired as hell, but you think he complaining about touring? I bet you ain't. And Bad Bunny is hot as fish grease, bro. Bad Bunny sold out. Bad Bunny sell out everywhere, bro. You ain't even gotta know Spanish. Bad Bunny sell out everywhere, bro. And I heard rumors about some of the distro deals that he was getting, bro. They said that man was getting like damn near 90% of his tour money, bro. Imagine 90% of your tour money? Excuse me? Bad Bunny making money, bro. These foreign artists are making money A lot of them do not have the same deals that we have been screwing people over out here, man. They do not, bro. They do not. He said bad money, bad bunny. This man said bad money, bad money. Nah, bad bunny ain't making no bad money. He making good money. Nah. He said, "Who ready to tussle him?" Hit this guy. This guy. AB man came in at the perfect time, man. We talking about rap. We was asking if rap was cooked. So like I said, man, I think that these rappers need to stop signing these bad deals, make a union, and really hit them where it hurts. Cause there's no denying that rap at one point in time. I don't know about now, because 2023 was kind of bad. There were no number one rap albums last year, or at least like in the first 6 months. But rap at one time was the hottest genre. It was the biggest genre. You couldn't deny it. You couldn't deny it. But now, I mean, a lot of these international artists are coming up, and they are taking over and really becoming the global icons. Really becoming global icons. So I think that the guard is shifting, man. It's a changing of the guard. It's a changing of the guard now, and rap is, unfortunately, it's going to be it's going to be a casualty if things don't change. And rappers need to stop signing these bullshit deals and listen to their OGs and make some changes. Make some changes that's going to benefit not only you but your peers, and then the generations, continuing on, if rap doesn't just completely die. Because who knows, man. Who knows? You got closed caption. Oh, Joy. Yeah, please turn it off. Please turn it off. Yeah, we shall see. We shall see. So who can lead such unit? That's a great question. That is a great question. That is a great question. I mean, I feel like it should be an OG. I mean, it could be somebody from my generation, but I feel like it should be an OG, to be honest. I know that Joe Budden, because I want to have the conversation based off of what he's been saying for a long time. I know that he said like maybe I could, but I don't think honestly a lot of people listen to him. I don't think a lot of people would listen to him if he did. He said unions are terrible. Unions can be good and bad. Unions can be good and bad. Okay, but you don't think a union in the rap industry, what negative can come from it? I just want to know your opinion. What negative can come from rappers starting a union? Because there's no I don't think that right now there's any real con to it, if we're just gonna go off of what's going on right now. Everything Joe touches he destroys. Dang. He said for creatives it would be bad. I mean, I think that it would have to be done a different way. It would have to be done a different way. I would say, I mean, in my opinion, I think Kendrick is smart enough, like if he wants to do it, but he doing his own thing, so I don't think he would agree to that. J. Cole maybe will probably be all right, but I just think that again they're so big that like I don't think they care. I don't think they would care. He said songwriters or producer. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. It could be separate. It could be separate unions. It doesn't have to be just artists, period. But songwriters, 100%. Producers, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that as well. I mean, you could freaking get Most Def in there. Like, I think he'll be OG. Obviously, a lot of people will probably say Jay Z. A lot of people say Jay Z. I feel like that's an obvious choice there. Um, but I don't want Jay Z to be like, I don't want him to be the voice of just black people, period. Because I feel like that's what a lot of people are propelling him up to. And I have no smoke with Jay Z, but I don't want him to just be the poster child for everything. Like just cause he an OG and he has a lot of moves going on. I don't think he would have time for a union. But I mean, but he would kind of be an obvious choice there. He would be an obvious choice there. So who knows? Who knows? But that's the thing. It's like again, when it comes to things like that, it's like, oh, who do we follow, man? Who do we follow? Like who would start this and who would be the leader here? Because people have such big egos that it's like, all right, if this person said, hey, we're gonna protest, we're not gonna tour, like nobody tour, nobody put out any music for a week or something, until we get our demands met. Like who would truly listen to anybody, really? I don't know. I don't know. So I mean, like I said, it's a thought. And I don't see it being a negative compared to just doing nothing and just getting screwed over. That's my thought process. I think that a union would at least put some pressure on these record companies to give fair splits. That's my thoughts on it. I think you would at least put the pressure on these record companies rather than just do nothing and then just sign these terrible deals and be locked into these bad contracts, and then you don't make any money off of just music while the record companies are making 10 times what they promised you on the contract. So, that's just my thoughts. Those are my thoughts. All right, we've been talking for too long. Got like 3 good videos, so we good. We good there. We good there. All right. You should think about all the other entities we have to deal with. I mean, like I said, it wouldn't be an easy thing. It would definitely not be it. Not be. You don't think the old young people listen to OG? Yeah, like I said, I don't think so either. It'll be tough. But like I said, it goes back to the one argument that I was making when I made another video. I'm like, man, like these and there was a Joe Budden when I made that video about him being out of touch when you talking about Kai Aiden. I was like, yeah, like the young cats just say, hey, you a old hating ass nigga. And then that's that, right? And then the OG be like, man, F these young kids, man. They don't listen. They don't have no respect, man. They don't care about the game. Like it's what comes first, the chicken or the egg. Like we don't like there's no middle ground here. And like I said, I think that it needs to start with the OGs embracing the younger cats in order for more of them to understand, like, hey, like they don't just hate us because the type of music that we make is not what they consider real hip hop. And I brought up, the Killer Mike situation when, Kai was like, who the fuck is Killer Mike? And then Killer Mike was like, hey, like, I respect you, brother. Like, this is who I am. Like, I would love to come sit with you. Like, I appreciated that. Killer Mike was like, I'm not going to let what you said, deter me, because at the end of the day, I still won and I still respect you, young brother. So shout out to Veggie for the sub. So argue the young ones are out of touch. I mean, I said it goes both ways. I said it goes both ways. And you are 100% correct, Rump. They don't do their research. You are 100% correct. You are 100% correct. But I said I think that the disconnect comes more from the OGs, in my opinion, because I don't think that too many younger cats would just completely disregard and not accept an OG coming through and be like, hey, I mess with you. I mess with what you're doing here. Let's link up. Let's make some music together, or like let's make some money together. I don't think that too many young cats would be like, F you, old nigga. Like, I don't think that too many young cats would do that. But again, I feel like it started, like this whole old generation versus young generation thing started with the OGs saying, hey, like, I don't like your music because that's not real hip hop. You don't do your history. You need to respect us, respect your elders. Because again, every time a young person hears that, what do? They start rebelling, right? They start rebelling. They say, F you, old nigga. You ain't making money. You ain't fly. This, and that. But again, I agree with you, Grump, that the young cats don't have any respect. They don't do their research. And a lot of them don't care about hip hop. They're just trying to make money, and they're trying to live the same lifestyle that, they see on Instagram all the time. So yes, there are those cats that do that. But like I said, I appreciate when the OGs, and it can work both ways too. But like I said, I think it starts with the OGs showing their respect for the younger generation and embracing them. I think that it starts there. I don't think that you get the same message across as the young cats are actually doing their research and then saying, hey, OG, like, I grew up listening to your music. Like, I want to link up. I don't think that it has that same impact, rather than the OGs stepping down to be like, hey, I mess with you, young blood. Like, I like your music. Let's do something. Let's link. So that's just my opinion, but I think it starts with the OGs first. He said Joe Budden, I don't think loves music. He doesn't like rap anymore. He loves R&B, but it's a lot of rap that he doesn't like. And I think with Joe Budden, it's a lot more that he's bitter at what the industry did to him. I think he's more bitter at what the industry did to him. And if it wasn't for him pivoting to eye casting, then just imagine, like, he probably would be broke. I ain't even gonna lie, he probably would be broke, like, because I don't think that he would have been able to survive just doing music. And so I truly understand, like, why he doesn't like a lot of rap. Like, again, It's just the industry was not good to him at all. Like he had bad deals. So I would understand that like you would be bitter and not want to, associate with rap anymore, you know? Also, he said a generation's history don't go before Lil Wayne for real. And the OG did their homework and pay homage when they were young. I feel like with those. I mean, yeah, it's a cycle too. It's a cycle too. I agree with that. Like, cause the OGs now when they were young, they weren't doing the same thing. A lot of them weren't doing the same thing. They weren't bigging up their elders, and it ends up being an unfortunate cycle when it comes to that. The OGs now, they're not paying a lot of respect and homage, and they probably weren't doing it either. They probably weren't. So, like I said, it's a generational thing as well, and we need to stop that. We need to stop the cycle. I said, in my opinion, we need to stop that. But like I said, I think it starts from the top down. I don't think that it starts from the bottom up. He poisoned all his relationship with Joe Budden fans. I mean, yeah, he did that, and he said he's trying to work on it. But he did do that. At least he admits it. But sometimes it's too late. Sometimes it's too late. He has burnt a lot of bridges. He definitely burnt a lot of bridges. He said low key feeding at the others. Hey, yeah, it's entertainment. It's COE, man. It's COE. I think a lot of times he is truly out of touch because like he just doesn't want to understand. He doesn't want to like rap. He doesn't want to like a lot of these young artists. Like he's a typical like stoop kid. Like get off my porch. Like he one of them old dudes. Like get off my porch. So like I said, I don't fault him for it. Um, but I understand why he feels how he feels. I understand why he feels how he feels. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. Shout out to Spy Jams for the follow. Thank you. Industry is really good to Meek though. I think that Meek had a lot better opportunities. I think he definitely had a lot better opportunities. And it's just Joe Budden didn't get a lot of good opportunities when he first came into the game. And a lot of people just passed him up. A lot of people passed him up. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Let's get into the Like a Dragon, man. I've been dying to play. RT32. Sheesh. Already 10:32. Let's get to it. Thanks for